Hello, how are you doing? It's Wednesday. Who's still working? Who's taking off? Who's watching this live and sitting in their jammies, having a cup of coffee because you already off work for the holiday? Who's at the desk right now? Like, I just got to get this last deliverable done so I can leave and go see my in-laws and my family and get on that flight. That would be me. Um, So listen, y'all. It's Wednesday. It's not. So it's not. It's time for LinkedIn Live Banana. Let's go. Let's go. I'm still working on that theme music. I think I am most certainly gonna pop that in for 2023 because that's just the kind of energy we're bringing for the new year. Okay. So if you are catching this live, drop in the chat. Say hello. Say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be in the world. If you're catching this on a replay, let me know you're catching this on a replay. Drop that in to the comments as well. Y'all, I'm just feeling so good right now. Like, I just enrolled our first client into a statement making style. Hello. Yes, my newest offer that I'm so excited about. Um, because just the impact, like, I'm just so ready. I'm so ready to just even share with you all just a little bit about the power of statement making style and why I created this new offer, what it entails, and if you are interested in joining and really taking your style and your presence from feeling basic and traditional to really being striking and unforgettable, then you definitely want to get down on the get down and check out this link that I'm about to drop in the chat. Okay? Make it style. Boom. Just like that. So, it was interesting actually. I just even want to start with this kind of story. Um, I was on a call right before I hopped on this live with my newest client, and she was telling me a story about how when she was working, I think it was one of the first jobs that she had in her career. Her boss, was a real stickler for how her team was going to dress, and it was almost to the point, not even almost, it was to the point where it was very restrictive and almost kind of fanatical a little bit. Because she was just very specific around what she wanted and what she didn't want her employees and her staff to wear. So they were doing some professional pictures. And hey, Keena, good morning. Come on, Keena in St. Louis in the building. Um, so this new client that I now had was telling the story about this experience with her manager and saying that her manager was telling folks, this is what you're going to wear. Like, they were showing up for a picture, they were doing a picture for their team, and she literally was going through each person and scrutinizing their looks. Now, this wasn't the way that it was described was not the type of experience where, you might be doing a group photo and someone's there and they're like, oh, girl, button this. Oh, you know what? Tuck this in. Or like, oh, roll that up. Oh, you got a little lipstick on your teeth. It wasn't that kind of thing. Okay, that's the kind of thing that I do, right? That's the kind of thing that a stylist does, right? Looks out for your best interest so you can shine and show up wonderfully well. No, this was, you know what? The shade of your lipstick is just too dark. You need to take that off. That's what she said. She said, that's what she was telling her team. The shade of your lipstick's too dark. Oh, you know what? For this shoot, I only want neutral colors. Like, she was very, very restrictive to what she wanted in that picture. right? Like, and the thing about it, when I heard this story, I was like, this is so common. Sometimes you have that manager, you have that boss, you have that colleague who sometimes in their eyes they think that they're doing something really good. Portia, yes. Portia says, say what? Yes. Sometimes you have that person at work. This might be a mentor. Again, it might be your boss, a colleague, and they always like to share their opinion, right? They always like to share what they think about a lot of different things. But when it comes to professionalism and what that looks like, people have a lot of interesting perspectives on it. And a lot of times, people are really stuck in a very specific archetype: white collared shirts, khaki pants, navy suit, minimal jewelry, just a little pearl, right? Like single layered, single laced, nothing else that draws too much attention. Make sure your hair's not too long, right? Like literally, it's like you want to take a paintbrush and brush one stroke across all the people so that everyone looks the same. Okay, thank you, Portia. Thank you so much. Um, you know, like there's no way that you can be, how do I want to say this? There's no way that you can do your best work when you're in an environment that stifles who you naturally are. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no way you're going to feel comfortable enough to bring all of your talents to the table. There's no way you're going to be vested enough to care to bring all of your talents to the table or comfortable to share more about yourself if you have mentors, peers, leaders who are restricting the environment that you're supposed to be thriving in. Like, what kind of ish is that? Like, how dare you, really, how dare you sit here and tell me what shade of lip color I gotta wear? What? What are we doing? What are we doing? That's not the best. That's not where the focus lies, right? And the thing about it is, 9 times out of 10, when you walk into the workplace, we're not talking about folks who are just starting out in their career or don't have any sense of an understanding around people and teams and communication and being in these type of environments. That's not what we're talking about. Okay, we're talking about folks who understand, who've been in the game, who've been working in corporate for a nonprofit. They've been doing their things. They ain't new to this. They true to this. They know their stuff. They are learning. Like, and then you enter and press upon them a certain way that they have to look in order to be accepted in a space. That is so whack and lame. So whack and lame. So if this is something that's happening to you right now where you're in a space and you've had a boss or a mentor, especially when it's somebody who on the talent side of things, or when it comes to like your occupation and your line of work, it's somebody who you respect, right? Like a lot of times this notion of what's acceptable and what's not when it comes to our appearance in the workplace, a lot of times, especially I think too for people of color, like these recommendations come from other women who've walked the path before us. And they are women of a certain generation in a certain time when it was all about pantyhose, like flesh tone pantyhose. And really, when you're a person of color, back then in the day, there wasn't no flesh tone pantyhose, okay? Because they didn't have the black owned brands that we got right now that can give you some flesh tone pantyhose, okay? So it really was about taking some cafe au lait pantyhose and putting it on your mocha chocolate skin and being like, well, yes, this does not match my natural skin tone, but I am professional because I'm wearing pantyhose. That is some bullish. Um, but these women grew up at a certain time. And doing that, wearing T-length skirts right below the knee or to the calf, really making sure that you were fully covered up with your blazer, right? Like only wearing khakis, browns, navy. Like these were all the acceptable things because this comes from a space of women really not being seen, not being heard, stay in the background, do your job, stay under the radar, and just coast. But that's not what time it is anymore. Okay? Come on, Dr. Michelle came through taupe. Okay. Oh, that takes me back to my mom and shopping for pantyhose with my mom, and she could never find her skin complexion. I think she was always looking for coffee. Just had a flashback. Portia said one time a black woman who was about 10 years older than me commented on how bright my nail color was. Like, this stuff is happening all the time. This is happening all the time. And I think sometimes folks mean well and they think they're actually adding some value or giving you some insights to things you don't know. Yes, Dr. Michelle, the suppression was real, right? It is real, right? Because it's still happening right now, right? And so as black women, as brown women, as women of color, we naturally have flavor. We naturally have spice. We naturally have sauce, right? Like we naturally have pieces of our personality that must not shine through. And that is not defined by a white archetype. It's not defined by an archetype from the 1920s and 30s. Okay. Uproot and release yourself from that feeling of having to fit into a specific professional archetype when you are getting dressed. You have got to let that go. Portia said, I made sure to wear bright nail colors at every job interview to see if anyone would say anything. If they did, I knew the company wasn't a good fit for me, right? Okay. Yes, Dr. Michelle, as if lipstick was an indicator of intelligence. Like, what are we actually doing? I'll tell you what we're actually doing. We're actually doing appearance-based discrimination. That's what we're actually doing. We're actually doing appearance-based bias. That's what we're actually doing. And we really want to get deep about it and just tell the truth. What we're actually doing is prohibiting people who are skilled and talented from entering your company, being a part of your team, entering your workforce, simply because they don't look the way that you want them to look. That's nonsense. And we're not tolerating it anymore. So it's really important, especially if you're interviewing, if you're making career changes, it's really important for you to get a sense of the environment that you would be entering into. And it's so funny because I think a lot of times, when you were thinking about interviewing for a job, at least I remember coming up for me, it was like this. I was so concerned about making that great first impression. And making a great impression is important. But the flip side to that is you have to remember that just as much as you are being interviewed for a role that you are being under the microscope, you need to be putting that organization under the same microscope. A good fit is mutually beneficial. A good fit is that I feel comfortable and you feel comfortable with me as well. That's when you win. So if you are in spaces that don't make you feel comfortable, make you feel like you have to hide part of yourself, and that you have had specific instances with individuals who have told you to do so, you need to pause and reevaluate. Okay? 100% a manifestation of colonialism, right? So especially we're in a beautiful time right now where there's so much representation and so many examples of women who do show up so much as their authentic self and show up more fully and are not afraid to make a statement. In fact, that is their sheer intention and focus, is to make sure that they are striking and memorable every time you see them, and they do not fail, right? We see that in so many examples. Love Bozoma St. John. I love Wanga. I'm going to forget her last name, the CEO of Essence. Like, these are some of the women that I look at and get me excited about the way that they show up so powerfully through their statement making style. Okay? Yes, 100%. You have to show up authentically, right? Dr. Michelle says we should show up authentically, since being any other way is not sustainable. It's not going to last. You trying to pretend to fit into a mold that wasn't designed with you in mind. There's these molds, these constructs, these notions. These are things that were built by white men. It was all these notions by them. And now, what are we doing? We're saying, no, I don't want to come with that. No, not this one either. Nope, not this over here. We are owning our space. So please be empowered. For my Black and brown women, for my women of color, please be empowered. Understand and recognize the power that you have to make a statement, to be more of yourself, to break away from the norms and almost like the indoctrination that you receive around what is acceptable when it comes to your professional image and your professional attire at work. Break loose of those rigid, confined rules. It is not required. Okay? Yes, Issa's amazing. Her hair, chef's kiss. Lupita, her hair, just saying, side note, Lupita, her hair for like this entire Wakanda Forever press tour, every time I was like, how do I achieve that? Oh, hire a celebrity hairstylist. That's how. But you know, it's really important to have this representation. It's really important for you to seek out and find examples of people who are bringing themselves fully into the workplace, into their professions, and are doing it in a way where you say, okay, wait, she's wearing her red lipstick? Her nails are purple? Look at all this color she's got on. Like, I would have never thought to wear that to work. Like, I don't have to only wear these navy blue suits all the time, these black pants. I can do something different. Yes, you can. You 100% can. And the thing about it is truly that you must. It's actually something that you should be adding to the list of definite do's when it comes to how you show up at work. Right? Portia says, give a white man an Ankara shirt and he'll love every moment of it. They wish they could be expressive. You know, it's so true. It's so true. You know, and I think, you know, that's another element of how statement making style can be very powerful. One, let's talk about that impact that it has on other people and how you can actually really inspire other people to step more into their authenticity, into their boldness, and to really start to show up more like themselves. You can really start to set a trend and shift the culture within your own team, within your own organization, because you start to do things a little bit differently. And if that little bit or a lot of bit of disruption and shaking things up, and just having a unique viewpoint and being a thought leader, if those are some of the adjectives that align with you, if those are some of the descriptions you're like, yeah, that's me 100% in my work, like that is what I do, then it's unequivocal. You must show up like that in your wardrobe. You must, because that's the thing that people are going to remember. People are always going to remember how you made them feel, right? They're going to remember that. That's Maya Angelou's quote. People are always going to remember how you made them feel. And I was going to remember what you said. They don't remember how you made them feel. And when people remember how you make them feel, that's what they talk about. Oh man, she just made me feel like she was extremely dependable. She could take everything on. She made me feel like she was about to bring some new, refreshed energy into our organization that we are desperately in need of. How are you going to make people feel when you work with them? How are you going to make your clients feel? Like all of these things, we're all in the business of relationships and people. So how are you interacting with people? How are you making people feel? Simply by communicating through the way that they see you. Okay? Okay, the comment choir is on board. All right? So by choosing to release yourself of those really stagnant and rigid rules that are simply just confining you into a box around how you are supposed to show up, when you release that and allow yourself to say, I'm going to take up more space. I really want to make a mark that's memorable, that's consistent, and just represents me. And I am somebody who is striking. I'm somebody who's engaging. I am bold. When you meet me, I want to have conversations with you. I want to connect with you. I want to receive all the compliments because I'm fly, right? You want to attract that kind of favorable energy to you because that's who you are. So if you want to do that, you must learn how to translate that in your wardrobe, because that's what's going to enable you to really do your job at the next level, to walk into rooms that may feel intimidating at first and dominate and feel confident. That's going to enable you to go to conferences, networking events, and know that people are going to come to you and they're going to be eager to have conversations with you. They're going to be eager to meet you because you're going to be the dot of color and print that's eye-catching and pleasing and stands out in the sea of black and blue of everybody else. Those are the kinds of differentiators that your style is able to do. Those are the kinds of ways that your style is able to translate and allow you to really make a powerful impact. Okay? We got that part. I am present. That's right. Let's go. Like that this is what you desire. You want to take everything up a notch. Because that's just the vibe. And so it's even with that energy in mind for myself, because that's 100% the space that I'm in my life. I want to take everything up a notch. Like there are days like y'all might look at my wardrobe and be like, Nani, you got color, you got statement pieces. I want to take everything up a notch. Everything. I'm like, nah, man, I want to take everything up a notch. Like I love my closet. I love what I have. I'm like, I just want to take it all up a notch. Like, let's go. Because I really want to be entering in bigger rooms and make more of an impact and talk to more women of color and help them reconnect with themselves and really fuel and put more confidence, inject more confidence into that. That's what I want to do. So if I want to be big, I want to be bold, I want to be brave, I want to be courageous, I want to be all these things, I got to take it all up a notch. Okay? And it's with that energy that I'm like, let's do this. And it's with the energy of hearing these same conversations about women feeling stifled around how they can show up and being afraid, literally afraid of the impacts if they step out of the traditional mold. It's with that energy that I created Statement Making Style. Okay? Portia said she applied Nana's nuggets to her Afrotech wardrobe and it worked. People were attracted to her and remembered her 1,000%. That is an excellent example, right? Afrotech, thousands of people are there. People are there to make connections for potential deals with their companies, to find new jobs, to hire new talent. You know, how are you going to stand out? And thousands of well-qualified individuals. How are you going to stand out? How are you going to leave a mark so that somebody says, yeah, I remember her? How are you going to do that? You have to do that through a couple of different ways. You really need to be strategic. Okay? So you're going to talk about your track record and how you've added value. You're going to show that you've done your research and you've done your homework on the organization, right? Or on this potential client. You're going to showcase what you know. But then also, how are you going to connect to them on a feeling level? Like, how are you going to connect to them in another way that adds a different layer to the conversation? What's going to pull them in? Right? Like when I get dressed, like I love style. I like fashion and showcasing who I am. But let me tell you this, when I'm attending a conference or an event where I know there's going to be a sea of Black and brown women in the building, oh, you best believe I take the whole thing up to a whole other level. A whole other level. Because I know that this is a space where I am attracting potential clients. This is a space where I could have potentially some new speaking engagement opportunities to put me in front of more women like this so I can share and help motivate them through style. And then I know I also want to be a representation for them of how they can show up. So I take it all up. I'm like, oh, you about to see, feel all of my energy coming in the doors. Right? And so it's with that in mind that you really want to understand how you can take your style and really add it to your strategic toolkit for having success in your career. Portia says she wished she had invested in the program because it would have saved her so much time and energy. Right? Invest in the program and immediately, right? It is a great thing to be able to have somebody who's an expert do things for you so you don't have to worry about it. That's just the stage and phase that I'm at in my life as well. The more that you realize that you want to be bigger, be bolder, be braver, get in front of more people and share your message and offer value, that your light is just growing, that like God has planted some very intentional seeds with you, and God is like, please don't crawl back into the room. Please don't, when I put the spotlight on you, please don't shrink. Please don't be like, do I deserve to be in this spotlight? Please don't do that, because that's not why I put the spotlight on you in the first place. If you weren't ready for the spotlight, I want to shine the light on you. Can we talk about it? So these things are happening. This is what you desire. Go all in. Go all in. And as you go all in and as you grow and expand and your visibility increases, it's only natural that there's elements of your life that you're like, I no longer have nor desire to spend the time doing that. Okay? So you have to outsource. I'm doing, case in point, right now, I'm sitting here with y'all doing this live because this is what I enjoy doing. And I have someone downstairs cleaning our Airbnb. I ain't got time to do that. I don't want to do that. Outsourced. Outsourced. That's a decision. Like, I'm going to allow somebody who that's their expertise. That's what they enjoy doing. That's their profession. Rock and roll. I'm going to sit here and do my talent and my gift and do what's in my magic. You feel me? Like, the more and more you lean into that, the greater, more ease you're going to have in your life. So if your closet is giving you challenges and you're not able to find the striking pieces you're looking for, if you're not able to have the creativity to invent or the courage to try some new outfits that are really going to put you more front and center, if you're not able to do this on your own, you need to hire help. Yes, I'm talking to you, sis. You need to hire help. You don't need to sit here and try to figure it out on your own. You need to just hire the help and get to the result you desire with more ease and with more efficiency. And that's where I come in. Boop, boop. Said what I said. Okay? So statement making style is all about helping that type of woman who wants to be extremely memorable for having striking, eye-catching pieces and outfits. And the way that the program works, and again, I'm going to pop another link in the chat, statement making style. So you can go to badoobasics.com/statement making style. There's another link in the chat for you if you need it. And it really breaks down everything in the program. So I'll give you a quick snippet of how it works. So there's basically 5 steps. Super quick, very efficient to get you the transformation that you desire. So 1, you fill out a form. Simple form that asks you a bunch of different details around your style preferences, your likes, your dislikes, where you shop, how much you spend, colors you might like, people who influence your style, all of these different pieces. This information is what you populate into the form. Then I take that information and I create a style profile for you. And this profile is a summary of what your style type is and what the ultimate vision is for your desired wardrobe. So it includes some mood board images, your color seasons so that you know exactly what colors work best for your skin, for your hair. It gives you tips on where to shop, gives you tips on great cuts, accessories, all of the pieces that you need to really build out a wardrobe that's going to make more of a statement. Okay? So this program, this style solution is really about moving away from all of the basics, all of the same old white shirts, navy pants. It's about moving away from that and adding pieces that are going to turn heads and stop traffic. It is about that. It's about how to add that in, how to own that in your style. So that style profile is going to give you all the nuggets in one snapshot around what you need to bring this style into your wardrobe. And then we get on a call. We get on a call and we talk through it. and I'm sharing information. We're going back and forth. You're like, yes, I love that piece. Oh, can we tighten that up? You know what? I want to actually move away from that a little bit. And we work together to fine tune to make sure this profile aligns with you fully. So once we're on the same page and we have that profile intact, guess what? It's time for me to do the shopping. So based on the information you provided in the form and what's in your profile, I'm going to shop for you. I'm going to shop for you based on your budget and based on what you invest for pieces. So this is really important because this is not about me shopping for things that you already have in your closet. It's not about me getting you another black suit or a navy suit because you've had the same one for 10 years and you just want a new one. It ain't that. If you're looking for that, this ain't it for you. This is about you getting that hot pink suit with the enlarging lapels because we coming in the building. You feel me? Like it's about that. It's about more of an unapologetic feeling of being unforgettable. So when I'm shopping for you, it is very much about also keeping in mind your wallet and your budget, because you don't need to break the bank to do that. We are going to shop within the range of what works for you. And at the same time, I'm going to introduce new brands to you that you haven't shopped at before, because I'm going to be assessing what you desire for your wardrobe based on the style profile that we have for you. And I'll be able to tell you, you know what? Based on what you desire, these are some of the places that you actually need to be shopping to get the statement pieces. These statement pieces, these are like, I like to call them the one and dones. Like, these are the ones you just put on and you like, done. Like, when I put this blazer on, this blazer is an African print blazer from a Ghanaian designer in the Bronx, Anna Teiko. And I know every time I put this joint on, I'm like, over. I can do whatever with the rest. Like, are we going to take it up another notch too? What are we going to do? We going to throw some green pants with this on? You know me, I'm great for a hat. Okay. But right now, I'm chilling at home, just doing some work. Gonna go see some family later. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just keep it with the t-shirt. But let me pop my fabulous brooch on that I love all day, every day, from Ashaka Gibbons, and my classic signature frames, right? But this is a piece that anytime I wear it, it makes a statement, and I know that. It's a great one and done. It's a great statement piece because of the striking colors and the print. So it's all about putting more pieces like that into your wardrobe and showing you how you can mix and match with those statement making pieces to make more of an impact with your style. So I shop for you. I shop for you for 10 items, 10 statement making items. And then you're able to, and then after that, I create 20 looks for you. I create 20 statement making looks for you. Okay. And again, this is using pieces that you already own and some of the new pieces that I shop for you for. And you know what? I'm sorry. I forgot a step. I missed a step. After we have our style session and before I go shopping for you, you are going to upload pictures of your basic items to an online wardrobe tool that I give you access to. So this online wardrobe tool, it enables me to shop for you, create the outfits for you in a lookbook, and for you to upload pictures so that I see what's in your closet, just as if I was with you in person. So the tool is gold, and you get access for this indefinitely. So you're able to upload the picture. So the black suit, the white shirt, the pencil skirt, the pumps, Like you upload all of those classic items that you have. Upload the basics because you do need the basics to build out and sometimes layer up different pieces. But what's most important about adding those basics is that I want to show you how to take them from being basic to being statement making. Okay, so that's why we're going to incorporate some of those new pieces. Yes, 20, right? We're going to incorporate those new pieces that I'm going to shop for you into those 20 new looks. Okay, so really, when it comes to, this process, it's very fluid. It's very much about filling out the form, meeting with each other, finalizing your style profile, uploading your wardrobe basics. I'm going to give you a checklist so you can easily go through the checklist and do it. And then I shop for you. The items come directly to your home. So with this tool, you're able to go in, see the items that I shop for you, click the image, and it's going to take you directly to the page for you to enter in your size information, your mailing address, credit card information, purchase, and buy. So you don't have to scour the internets looking for things. I do that. That's my job. Okay? Because I've got the eye and I know how to find the pieces that you're really looking for. And then you can click another link and simply see all the looks I've created. In this online wardrobe tool, you can see all the outfits that I've created for you. So whether you're going to a speaking engagement, whether you have a speaking engagement, you're going to a conference, you're back in the office at work, right? Maybe you're traveling for work, or maybe it's just some weekend outings with the family, with the kids, with your girlfriends, with your partner, whatever it might be. During the time that we're working together, you basically have got a black swirl. Okay, I think I'm back. So, as I was saying, you have text message access to me. And really, this is about you getting styling advice in real time when you're getting dressed and being able to text me looks and understand, okay, am I applying what Nana's been sharing with me? I'm trying some new things and putting some new combinations together. Is this it? Okay, you know what? Roll the cuff on your sleeves. You know what? Let's swap out that necklace. I'm able to give you that kind of guidance in real time because you can text me. All right. And so, yes, Portia said you'll be set for all networking events and conferences in 2023. Exactly. Like this is about setting you up for what you need for any kind of work related events. And then as well, these are pieces that you could wear on the weekend for anything that you might have. Maybe it's date night. Okay. Maybe you're doing brunch with your girls. Maybe you're doing some traveling, whatever it might be. You're going to understand how to make more of a statement with your wardrobe. Because I definitely believe that if you want to enter statement making style territory, we are definitely doing this at work because that's where you spend over 70% of your time is at work. All right. At least 5 days a week. Okay. But we're not going to leave out that other 30%. I'm going to show you how to make statement making pieces that you could wear for activities on the weekend too. Because what we're not going to do is look all fly in statement making when we go to the office. You're at the conference. But then if somebody catches you at the grocery store, you looking busted. Nah. Nah, we ain't doing that, girl. We ain't doing that. This is about you feeling on point and knowing how to make statement making looks even when it's casual too. Okay? So I wanted to give y'all that quick rundown. Look, quick, not so quick. Rundown of how everything works inside of statement making style. So if this is something that is perking your ears, definitely check the link in the comments. You can also go into the featured section in my LinkedIn profile, and there's a link there as well that tells you all about the offer and all about this solution and how it can be helpful and transformative for you. And there's different elements in there to help you identify whether this is a good fit for you or not right now in your life. So, as an example, if you are looking to do an entire overhaul of your wardrobe, potentially maybe you've gotten a new position, or maybe you've had a really significant change in your body shape or body weight, and you're like, Nana, I need everything. This is not the program for you. If you are interested in a classic wardrobe with neutral colors, to really have that kind of traditional capsule collection, this is not the program for you. Okay. If you are trying to gradually build out your wardrobe over a long period of time and you want to incrementally shop month to month, this is not the program for you. This is about somebody who is ready to begin investing in strong pieces, strong colors, strong textures, strong prints, strong silhouettes now. This is for the woman who wants to do this now. So when we work together, we'll be working together for about a month to go through those 5 steps that I shared in the process, from you completing the form to me creating the 20 looks for you. And then the following month is all support. You're going to have text message access to me. You have access to your lookbook. So this is like the more of the implementation phase in that second month. It's all about you simply getting dressed and doing your thing and being like, oh my God, Nana, I went to this conference and people couldn't get enough of my blouse, my whole outfit, my shoes. They were just like amazed. And I felt spectacular. That's the kind of testimony you're going to be having. Okay. And so that second month is all about providing you with that support, that real time text message access to give you styling tips, and give you support that way, right? Because I don't want to leave you hanging. I'm not that type of person. I want to make sure that as you begin trying on those looks, that I'm there to make any tweaks to an outfit or give you some, additional ways to remix a look, whatever it might be. But I really want to make sure you feel strong and secure in those statement pieces and how to wear them during that second month. So that second month is just all about styling support. Okay. So that's really it. That's right. It could be those date night looks, turning heads, and probably getting free things. That's what the comments are talking about. All right. Because listen, that never hurt nobody either. I had a client message me the other day and said that she stepped out and just went to she's a student, and she was going to class and she forgot her wallet at home, and so she got to a coffee shop and was going to the counter and was like, oh snap, I forgot my wallet. This guy behind her came in and said, I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to buy your coffee or your tea, whatever she was purchasing. And he was like, because I just love your whole look. That don't hurt either. That makes for a pleasant rest of the day and a smile on your face, and just shifts your energy into joy and gratitude as you walk out of that coffee shop with your free tea. Okay? Simply for showing up as your brightest self. All right. That's what we're doing, because that's what statement making style is about. It is not for the person who wants to continue doing the same thing. It's not for the person who wants to blend in and wants to be safe and predictable. It's not for you. If that's where you are, I apologize. This is not the style solution for you. But for the women who ready, Are you ready? Because if you're ready, let's go. All right. Definitely check the link in the chat and feel free to book a call with me. You can hop on a discovery call with me. It's 30 minutes and I can answer any questions that you might have about the program. Okay. Um, and I can answer any questions that you might have if you're on the fence of trying to understand whether this is the best fit for you or if a different style solution might be best for you. Like, whatever questions you might have, just book a call with me and let's chat through them. Feel free to just DM me. Let me know that you're thinking about statement making style or you need to make some improvements for your wardrobe. And let's figure out what the best next step is for you. Like, this might be a great offer for you. I might be a great fit for you. I might not be, because everybody's at different spaces and places when it comes to how they show up. Okay. You might be looking at me like, no, she got too much going on. I don't know. I don't want to do all that. Like, that's cool. I'm not for everybody, and everybody is not for me. And that is the blessing. Because let me tell you, you don't want to work with everybody. You want to be selective, right? We talked about that earlier on. Okay. Like, you want to figure out if this is a good fit. And for it to be a good fit, it has to be mutually beneficial. I have to feel like you're ready to make this investment in yourself, that you're committed, that you're in the midst of being afraid and nervous about putting an outfit on. You're going to do it anyway and say, I trust Nana and I'm going to wear this. I trust Nana and I'm going to buy this. You're going to do it. Right. And I have to know that you're that type of person, that you desire to really leave a mark. You want to leave your place in this world. You want to leave people talking about you in the best possible way. That's who I want to work with, that woman. And if you are that woman, amazing. If you're not that woman, that's okay. I hope you find the style expert who's best for you. Right. But that's what the call is about. It's about helping you get to the best decision. And so I'm super excited for the women that I'm going to be supporting. I cannot wait. Like, especially entering the new year, 2023 is on. It's on the horizon. It's coming right around the corner. So now is the time for you to be thinking about this. Don't let January hit and you're like, okay, new year, new me. I'm going to sign up for the gym now. And, this is the year I'm going to get my life together. No. If you're really on your ish, you know that every year you're just growing. Every year you're just expanding. Every year it's not about a new you. It's about growth. It's about challenging yourself. It's about continuing to do big, scary, hairy things. Okay. Like, that's what it's about. It is about that expansion. And so if you know that's the trajectory, that's the path that you're on stepping into the new year, you might know that you might need some new energy, some refreshed energy to be more statement making, to be more striking, and to make sure that people don't forget your name, your brand, your business, your talents, who you are and what you bring to the table, and how you flip the entire table and the entire room on its head. Okay? That's what we doing with statement making style. So let me get off my soapbox, y'all. Let me go ahead and get some tea, and just continue to enjoy the rest of this fabulous Wednesday before we head into the Thanksgiving holiday. If you do recognize and acknowledge it, I hope you take it as a time to spend with family, friends, or some loved ones in appreciation, and also in acknowledgement of the indigenous people of this country who very much suffered as well during this holiday. It's very much a conflicted holiday. If that resonates, and for those who understand what I said and what I put down, hopefully you receive it in grace and understanding. So I wish y'all well. And if you are interested in moving forward or learning more about statement making style, pop to the link in the chat or the comments or send me a DM, and I'm happy to chat with you about it. All right, y'all. I will see you next Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Peace.